Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of You and I Builder Live, the show where one day we'll have a tagline. My name is Maria Gabriela, Ochoa Press Vector. I am a Next Experience product manager, and today I am joined by two awesome and fantastic co-hosts. Paige, would you like to introduce yourself first?
Sure. So I am Paige Duffey. I am a product success manager here at ServiceNow.
And our final guest.
Hi, I'm Aylee Andersen. I work for Yonsa Labs doing development work. I am here for you and for UI Builder.
Yeah, awesome. So today we are very beardless, in fact. But what are we going to be doing today, Aylee?
We are going to be building on the wish list app that you and Brad put together like however long ago.
Ages ago. And is there anything in particular we're going to try to get done today? We'll see what gets done.
Yeah. We'll dive into it and see what happens.
So give us let's see if we can give us a quick goal for today. What is your goal that we hopefully achieve? And we'll see if we meet the goal.
Yeah. So, well, do you want me to share like my little design that I?
Yeah, that'd be cute.
That's not a good word for it. This is my little sketch of what we're gonna aim for. We probably won't get to all of it today because we all know how live streams go. But I think it would be cool on the wish list app to have a page where you can see your wish lists and you can see your friends' wish lists. And then like when you dib an item, it'll show up in a shopping list up here. So I think for today, a good goal would just be to show our own list inside of a tab. So that's where we're going to start.
Fantastic. That sounds great. I love that little design. I know my writing is not that neat.
Oh, mine is.
As a confession, I definitely rewrote it before I showed it. So
let's go ahead and open up AES.
All right, let's see. WishHub, that's what it's called. All right, so I believe there is a workspace experience that is already created. Oh, here we go. With some super basic stuff. We'll take a look at where it's at right now. Oh, just kidding. That's open in UI Builder. There we go. Okay, this is a question for you App Engine Studio people. What is this page versus, like, why doesn't it just open in UI Builder?
I can tell you. That is the Workspace Builder versus UI Builder. So it is the low-code Workspace Builder. So it is meant to be where individuals who are not ready for the full brilliance of UI Builder can go to build and manage their workspaces.
Okay, good to know. I've not played around in there yet, so
it's pretty simplistic, but that's intentional.
Yeah, that sounds like the goal. Okay, so it looks like we have. Oh, this is a Washington D.C. instance, huh?
Yes, it is.
I haven't played around in D.C. yet, so this will be a good
question. How were you able to tell?
This data and scripts down here, super nice, and then also. Like, this looks different. All the buttons look different. The corners.
If we want a more thorough, here's a shameless plug. If our viewers want a more thorough overview on what's new in UI Builder for Washington, you should check out our Academy next week. It's going to be on Wednesday, the 20th at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we're going to be going over all that's new in UI Builder workspaces for Washington.
Nice. Good plug. Okay, so it looks like this is where we left off last time this app was touched in UI Builder Live. So we've got this live page, appropriately named. And if we open it, we see birthday wish list with some nice cards.
Does anything happen when you click on them?
Nope.
Well, that's broken. When I imported the app into this instance, I think a little bit of the functionality did go away, unfortunately. It's supposed to pop up the wish list items modal that you see in the modal layout right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Let's workflow it. Okay, well, that's okay, because we're going to be basically redoing a lot of the layout anyways. So, I don't know. Should we build off of this page or should we create a new page to do it?
Let's build off of this page.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, so let's change the heading to just be wish lists. Actually, what's the name of this app? WishHub?
Yes.
Yes, WishHub.
And then let's pull up our nifty little hand-drawn design again. So let's skip the shopping list for now and let's start with the tabs that'll show our lists. So we can pull up. I'm going to do it underneath this head. Yeah, underneath the heading. So we can add after the tab component. Okay, so we'll have one tab that's just for our own lists and one tab that's for our friends lists. So let's start on our own lists, my wish lists. And we'll make it the default tab. Okay, and then we moved the column layout inside of our new tab. So let's.
Oh, actually, let's can you do me a favor? Go back out to the UI Builder experiences by clicking on that green button in the top left corner, right next to WishHub Workspace.
This one?
Yes.
Okay, can I save?
Sure.
Wait, okay. Oh, there we go.
Well, you can't click that the squares in the circle. It doesn't take you anywhere.
No, yeah, that didn't take me anywhere, but if I clicked on the title, it did.
Let's go ahead and open UI Builder directly. It'll also get rid of the extra AES stuff at the top.
Good plan.
And the reason I say this is because we are in the wrong workspace.
What?
I just realized that I created both WishHub and the WishHub workspace. So now click on the squares and the circle to bring you back to the All Experiences page.
There we go.
And then here, sort by display name. And you see that?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, click on WishHub, not that one.
Perfect.
No, you clicked on the wrong one again. Go back.
Wait. It was WishHub Workspace, right?
No, it's WishHub. WishHub Workspace is where you were. Gotcha. So now go to the live page and click on the default. No, not that page. That page. Now we have the actual functionality the way that it should work.
Let's give that one a shot.
Perfect.
That looks great.
Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it?
Are there multiple variants?
No, I think this might be an issue with the fact that it's a portal experience instead of a workspace, actually.
But it should still show the contents of the page, right?
I think there was a bug. So let's just go. let's just go ahead and continue here.
Wait. There it is.
See? It works after you refresh, which is
Yeah,
funny.
I feel like I've run into that where you have to refresh a couple times. Oh, which
Now click on it.
is a bug that I recently learned how to fix, but I don't know that I could pull it out of my head.
We'll fix it afterwards then.
You should write a blog post or something about that because I need that information.
Yeah, now I'm super curious, but I can't get distracted. Okay, so yes, these are now clickable. Look at that.
And now we have the bidding. So now we have a way better starting spot than we had before. So now go ahead and add the tabs.
Okay, yes. This makes this much more manageable, I think, now that we're not building it from scratch. Okay, so we have our WishHub heading. Let's go ahead and make our tabs. And we'll throw my list on there. Stop. Okay, and now we'll drag those into our tab. Let's go ahead and just put the... Oh, this is the model. I was like, what happened? Let's go ahead and put the other tab on there too, just so that we can see that it'll flip back and forth. Perfect. So now if we open this up, it should be within little tabs. Look at that. Okay.
Awesome.
Sweet. We're going to throw some padding around the body so that I don't go crazy. Okay, so let's work on these cards. So for my wish list, I only want to show the ones where I am the owner of the wish list. So let's pull up that form.
And this one, I would go back to AES to access that data. I haven't created actual application menus.
Okay.
Throw back to when creating a table created an app menu, right?
That has been voiced. the displeasure with that. But hey, there is a functional workspace that you can actually go and
So the actual field you're looking for is wish list E. There's no ownership on the field.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. Okay, so I want to find all the wish lists where I am the wish listee.
Yep.
So let's jump back over to UI Builder. And it looks like we have a data resource to grab the wish lists. So let's edit the conditions so that we're only grabbing ones where the wish listee is me. Okay.
Do we want to duplicate that tab and put it under friends wish lists as well?
So I guess it depends on what we want to... If we want the friend wish list to be like a... Actually, yeah, you're right. Let's do that.
And then we're going to have to duplicate the data resource, right?
Well, we can do it a couple different ways. So we could duplicate the data resource, or we could have that as part of our repeater to only grab items that are where I'm the wish listee.
Ah, gotcha.
Which we could use the friend wish list as a viewport to kind of keep that information and data separate. If we want to go down that route.
Maybe let's go ahead and do it based on the repeater, just to show that one.
Okay. So let's duplicate one of my favorite features. I had to move over to that was Vancouver, right? An instance that wasn't Vancouver, and it has totally messed with me not having the duplicate functionality. Where did that go? Did it just duplicate the container?
If you scroll down, it looked like it duplicated everything, I thought. Maybe. Nope, my eyes were just playing tricks on me.
I don't like that it keeps opening overlays. Let's see. Okay, so container 2, if I do...
So no, it did only duplicate the container. You can't duplicate, it seems, the stuff inside of it either.
What? Is that new with Washington, D.C.? Because I feel like you could do that with Vancouver, that it would duplicate all the contents.
I'm going to triple check with Brad on that one. I'm going to make a note of it.
Yeah, that's interesting. Okay, well, let's make a new repeater then. And let's try duplicating this one. Oh, so this one did. I wonder if you just can't duplicate a repeater. And so it didn't. Because this one duplicated its contents.
Good question.
Okay, so, and then we'll move this to the friend wish list. So if we click on our friend wish list tab, we've now got the container, we've got a repeater, which doesn't have anything in it yet. So this, what? I think I need to phone a friend on this one. This repeater is like not letting me select it.
Yeah, I think this might be an issue from bringing it in from an older version the way I did. So let's just go ahead and work from scratch on the repeater 3.
Okay. Sounds good. So this time, okay, which way would we rather do it? Do we want to have 2 data resources, one for my wish list and one for my friend wish list? Or do we want to just have all the wish lists and filter it on the repeater?
Let's go ahead and have 2 data resources.
Okay. So let's create a new one for my friends.
So while she's doing that, why did you pick 2 data resources versus a single data resource?
Absolutely no reason.
Okay.
Other than we've already had issues. So I imported this this application from a different instance that I don't even remember what version it was on. Mm-hmm. And like I said earlier, it's been giving me issues to where it just doesn't want to work the right way. So I figured it might be just easiest to just do a secondary data resource than to try to fight with a repeater that may not want to work with us.
Makes sense.
That's fair. Okay, so to do the wish list is not me, since there's not an is not dynamic, there's only an is dynamic. We're going to use some data binding to grab my user ID.
Visual data binding. Ooh.
This is probably the thing I'm most excited about for Washington, D.C.
So I think you would go to session.
Yep, you're right. User sysid.
You have to press a little up arrow.
Session user. Oh, interesting. Okay. Apply.
There we go.
Page and we have Gabby. So that's good. And then what fields do we need to return? Probably the wish listy. Actually, we want the wish listees photo.
The
avatar.
photo and the wish listee's name. No, you have to do photo.
Photo. And wish listee. I can't remember what the other one was. Just name, I
Name.
guess. Full name. Okay, sweet. So let's start. We're going to order by name. Okay, and then do I have to do anything special to like save it, or does it save automatically?
It's already saved. You just have to hit save in the top right corner.
Nice. Oh, we're going to rename this actually. So.
Actually, let's test something out real quick. Hit cancel. Close out of here. And let's go ahead and set up the repeater.
Okay. So for the repeater, we're going to do data resources, look up multiple records, and that, and results. Move that up.
Earl would like you to know that your ARC is ready for an update, just in case you weren't aware.
Look at that. Thanks, Earl.
And now we have to put the image and the heading in the repeater.
I think it'll still work from our cloning.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or our duplication. Hey, look at that.
Okay, now let's change the name of the data resource.
And see if it updates everywhere?
Yes.
That would be nice.
Because this was a very big thing that we had to watch out for in earlier versions of UI Builder, to make sure you name your data resources before you link them anywhere. Otherwise, you're going to have to update all those manual things. But let's see if the visual data binding has helped with that any, or if it hasn't.
I have my doubts. This doesn't look like it updated, but
yeah, it doesn't look like it updated.
Let's refresh both and just see if it worked. That's a good thing to note.
Did we break the page?
No, it's just the portal refresh.
There we go. Yep.
Yep, we broke it.
We broke it. So you still need to watch out and make sure you rename them before.
I still love the visual, not just on the.
You have to remove it from the top. No. Go back. You have to remove what's already there.
Okay. Friend wish lists, results. Move that up. Ah, good call. Okay.
What were you saying, Paige?
Oh, I just love that the whole thing is visual now. Like when you're picking, words are escaping me. The thingy that was just on the screen.
The thingy on the thingy that was showing the thing? Yes. So
that one, the data binding.
I love that the data binding is visual like this now, because it even shows you the current test data in there. So you can see how the data is being returned, whether it's a sys-ID or a display value. It's super awesome.
Well, and I felt like a lot of times when you were typing it out, sometimes it wouldn't always show you everything that was an option. And so to try and guess as to what comes next. Hope for the best.
This is not going in the right spot. Come on. Oh, it won't even let me delete this repeater. That is broken.
Oh, that is super broken.
Oh, but I wonder if I can delete the container. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so let's add that container back.
So this is weird. The way that containers have kind of changed in Washington is that now you don't find the container components in the list of components. Instead, it's offering you to pick the layout of the container in that very first part there.
Okay.
And that's how you add a container. Here's something else. Go back to add another component and type in column. This is a different type of container where now you can pick layouts of dynamic columns here as well, but it does the same thing where it doesn't show it under components as a column component. It shows it under layouts from what you can pick. So if you erase what's already in your search box, it's now trying to kind of preempt what you're going to do. So it's always going to be available under layouts in the top left corner there.
Nice.
To be able to add a component, a container from there. So for people coming into UI Builder new, it's going to be a lot easier. But for those of us used to finding the container component, it's going to be confusing.
Yeah.
That
is cool that it breaks it out like that.
Yeah, at least when you type in container, it brings those up. So even though it's a little bit different, it's not like you're typing in the word container and expecting to see something and not getting any search results. So.
Yes.
Right. Okay, I think I fixed that repeater. Let's go make sure it's all working. Oh, it's big. Okay. Awesome. So now we have both of our sets of lists in the correct tabs. So I kind of want to show like if I'm coming in to look at a wish list, I think I would like to see all of the items in my wish list when I'm on that page to look at it.
Sounds good.
So let's. Okay, so we have a repeater going through each of my lists.
Which ideally you shouldn't have. Well, maybe you could have multiple. You could have multiple wish lists. Let's stick with that.
Yeah, because what if I have like a Christmas wish list or like a wedding registry or a, So, and with your friends wish lists, you would have multiple in there for each of your friends. Okay, so let's make this. I'm going to remove. Let's see. So this is currently, a card-based container that's clickable. I'm just going to hide this component for now. And then we can always bring it back later if we want to. So after this component, let's put let's do another container. Blue Flexbox. And we'll copy this heading. And we'll duplicate the image. Okay, so let's preview that. That looks not good. But that's okay. That's why we're here. So let's make this image smaller. Well, is this container? Let's align it over to the left so that it's not spaced out so much. And then we'll give it like 200 pixels. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, that feels like bigger than 200 pixels. Okay, we can worry about styling in a little bit. So let's go ahead and start adding the items below it. So let's add, we're going to need a new repeater. And this time we're going to want to loop through the wish list items. So we need a way to figure out if the items are part of this list or part of a different wish list, which I think we'll just have to do in the repeater. So let's see, looks like we're already looking up the items. So we've got our wish list name, our image, name, div by. Okay, so that sounds pretty good. Let's see if there's any more data on that table that we want to grab. Name, there's an image. So let's grab, oh, image is already there. Okay, cool. So I think this is all the information we want. But we don't want to do a selected wish list anymore because we want to just show all of the items in the list.
Do we just not want to, do we just want to, why don't we just create a new data resource?
Sure. So
that way we keep the functionality working in the other tab.
Works for me. Okay, so let's rename it first.
Yes, let's rename it first.
Wish list items. Oh man, that was, what's the actual name of that table?
Just type in wish list.
That's what I did.
Then do XS&C WishHub. There you go.
Okay. And we're just going to grab all of the items for now. So we're returning the image. We're returning the name. We're returning who, if it's dived, who dibs it. Quantity.
I did dibbed and dibbed by, which you've already got.
Okay, that's probably good for now, right? We can add more if we need more.
Let's call this one personal wish list items or my wish list items. That way it's a little bit more distinct from lookup items.
Except this will be for all of the wish lists, right?
This isn't just for the my wish lists tab?
Well, because I mean, we could do it either way. It's just that we're gonna have to refine the repeater anyways if you have multiple lists.
Okay.
Right? Because we could specify which wish list it is, but we don't know how many wish lists they're gonna have.
Sure. I was just saying we name it my wish list items to associate it to the my wish list tabs. Not necessarily change the filter here.
Oh, gotcha. It's just that I imagine we'll probably use the same data resource for both tabs since it's the same, since we're not filtering it at all. But let's just focus on, yeah, the my wish list tabs like you were saying for a minute. So, okay, so in the repeater, we want to go through data resources, my wish list items, results. Okay, let's use the formulas, right? Because we only want to grab the ones that are for the wish list that we're on, right? So here to test
that with formulas.
I don't know, but we could look. Let me add. Let's see. Let's go back to wish list. Let me add a wish list that is like a new one for, let's do Aylee's Christmas list. And then I'll put myself on there and save. That way we have two so that we can see better if it's working.
By the way, that table builder is really cool. The fact that you can put in data on it.
That is pretty cool. Can edit it and add data at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. I just wanted to see what formulas were available since this is now exposed to us in this little modal thing.
Do we know if those formulas are the same formulas that you can pull up in like Table Builder?
You can pull up formulas in Table Builder?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, you could do that, I think, in Vancouver or maybe before that. And the only reason why I ask is because there's actually a table that sits in the background that has all of those formulas. So I'm curious to know if these formulas and those formulas live in the same place.
That sounds like homework you can take back.
It does.
Update us all.
Results. Wow, there's a lot of formulas in here. I actually have no idea if any of these would work.
I don't think they would. I think we do need the two separate data resources.
Oh. Returns true if the value occurs in a string or array. So that could work potentially because we have an array of results. It's just whether or not it includes dot walk.
I love the example at the bottom where they're showing you how to use it.
Yeah, right?
It's the little things.
Amen. Okay, so let's try this out.
Well, hang on. Don't hit apply. You have to remove the thing up top and then do there you go. You got it.
What would I do without you guys? Okay, so we've got the results and value is okay. So I guess I have to do, I can't even remember what our data resource has anymore. So this is my wish list items. So would we have to do like wish list D? I don't know. I don't know how this would work with. Oh.
Yeah, I think what we need here is real quick. Let's close out of here.
Okay.
So we have a repeater inside of our repeater.
Mm-hmm.
And the repeater, the first one is showing us the wish lists, and we want to show the wish list items.
Yep.
So we have access. Go back to the data array and let's see, do we have access to the first repeaters? Oh no, on the right side, sorry. And no, we have. Well, that's from the data resource. I was wanting the information from the repeater. And it should show up under data types, I thought.
Except of the previous repeater?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're getting at.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, I don't know where that would show up because it should be like you can get to it if you did the at item, right? Is how you used to do it. These props.
I wonder if repeaters can't get nested and get information from nested repeaters.
At least not in the visual. It can if you script it.
So let's go ahead and script it then.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do to begin with, but I figured that was frowned upon.
No, not at all.
Okay,
so here we want to return the sysid of the wish list so we can grab the items using the data resource and using that sysid, right?
Yeah. So let's do const wishlist sysid equals. Whoops, missed my A. So the API item value is the parent repeater. Row data is our wish list item, and unique value is the sysid of the wish list. So then we're going to return API.data dot my wishlist items dot results, and we're going to filter where the item as item dot. Let's go back to our table really quick. So on an item, where wish list item dot wish list is equal to our wish list sys_id. So this should return an array of our wish list items that are relevant to the current wish list that we're on. Does that look right?
I have no idea. Let's test it.
Okay, let's do it.
We said scripting was okay,
Wait.
not that we would understand.
Let's add a component. We can't preview yet.
Oh, you're right. So let's do Brad's favorite component. We'll stylize text.
I appreciate that they moved the none preset option to the very top.
I know. Agreed. Let's see if the repeater item. Hi, look, now we have a repeater item.
Oh, do we have anything?
Repeater. Oh, because it might not be able to be smart enough to know that we have items in there.
What does parent say? What is in there?
Parent is the earlier repeater.
Now we're able to access it?
Uh-huh. I don't
So
know
in that case, in
item.
yeah, you might just have to type it out like that.
Yeah. So we have item dot value. This is the wish list item. So is it name? Is that the name of the column? Yeah. Name dot display value. Okay. Now let's preview.
Did you hit save?
No, but I was doing preview and it should work, right? You shouldn't have to save inside of a preview. Okay, well, it's showing both of our wish lists, so that's good. So let's see. What's missing here?
Yay, console.log.
Our best friend.
Oh, that can be a great sticker for knowledge this year. When in doubt, console.log.
Hey, there you go.
Yeah.
I would go to that session. Okay, so we're getting sys_id. We're not getting any results. So let's look at, which I know we're coming close on time. So if I need to pivot or quit.
Don't worry. I'm the one who worries about time. I got you.
Okay, cool. So, item.wishlist.value probably. Let's try that again. Nope. Let's look at what it's actually called down here. So, we didn't add wish list. That would do it. Okay, so now we have wish list with a value. So let's come back in here, item.wishlist.value. And we'll refresh and see if that does the trick. Oh,
There we go.
Aylee wants socks in a library for her birthday.
But nothing for Christmas.
No.
Well, I mean, she didn't say a library book. She said a library. That is
Just
quite
a
a lot.
whole library.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've seen Beauty and the Beast, right? Okay, so we've got our, let's throw a picture on there too, so we can see the beautiful library, which I pulled from my middle school Pinterest page. Let's see. Image. Okay, so our image source, now we should be able to do repeater, value, image, display value. Oh, I forgot to do the arrow thing. Repeater, value, image, display value. Okay, let's see what that gives us. Oh,
Woo!
possible, but we've got some socks and we've got a library. I'm going to change the image size.
Reminds me of the library from The Librarians. I think that's right. If you've ever watched that show.
I don't think I've seen it. There we go. That's a little bit better. So now we have our wish list showing with multiple items in the wish list. And it looks awful, but it can look better eventually. I didn't know containers had presets.
Yeah, that's also new. I haven't messed around very much with that. And then let's add some borders.
Sure. First, I'm going to add some padding. Border. Let's see. I think there's one in here that's a gap, right? Oh, advanced. Oh, yep. There it is. Ta-da! That already looks better. Kind of. One thing I've run into, and I don't know if either of you have run into this, but my margin, instead of acting as margin, acts as padding. Like if there's margin around it, it should add space after the border, right?
Could it be because it's doing flex and it's expecting you to add a gap?
I mean, I think that would fix it. I don't know that that's the issue, but it probably would solve the problem. Let's remove the margin on this guy. I'm excited to start working in Washington more. Okay, so now there's a gap in between. That's pretty good.
But not. Yeah, anyways, so we've got our lists, which with the with the items, and we've got our friend wish lists on the other side. I think this is a pretty good next step for our ultimate goal.
Yeah, I agree. I think that, next steps we could add like an add new item or add new wish list from this page, or in your friends list, dib which items you want and have it show up somewhere.
Definitely. I like what we did today because it shows a different way to do it than how we did it before. Because before I wanted to show off the modal functionality. And that's why when you go back to the friend wish list and click on the list, it pops up in a modal.
Yeah, a very beautiful modal.
Why, thank you. Thank you. So now is a matter of showing. I think the next thing we should try for our next episode is going to be showing your dibbed items on this page as well.
Yeah, I think so too.
So that is actually a great stopping point right now. Today we went ahead and expanded upon our WishHub application. We changed a bit of the functionality, fixed a couple of things that went wrong when I imported the app from a different version and instance, and had a lot of fun today with some actually scripted data binding when we encountered some issues with visual data binding. Any final thoughts, y'all? Nope. Fantastic. So here's another plug. If you want to find out what's brand new, what's coming in Washington for UI Builder and Workspaces, you should come hang out with us next week on Wednesday, the 20th of March at 11 a.m. Eastern. We're going to be hosting an academy. You can find that out by going to the Next Experience Academies. I'm going to post a link in the chat. Actually, I'm going to send the link to Earl on Slack for him to post in the chat. And that's where you're going to be able to learn what's coming new in Washington for UI Builder and Workspaces at 11 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Our next episode is actually going to be a super awesome episode where we're going to have the team for the Next Experience development tools back on the show to talk about what's new in Washington for the Chrome extension. And then after that, I think Aylee will be back sometime soon so we can keep working on the WishHub application. Thank you all so much for watching today. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Today we had I think a very realistic experience of what it's like to develop in UI Builder without Brad as a lifeline sitting next to you. So I hope that everybody enjoyed today's episodes. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Paige.
I wasn't doing anything embarrassing.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, Earl.